Hey folks, I'm out here at Ironwood Golf Course, and I'm here with the head teaching pros here, Steve Schaff, my coach, my personal coach, and we're gonna have a little playing lesson today. We are hole number 1, par 5, 432 yards. Now I know there's a creek up there, so I'm just gonna try to get it down there and set myself up to lay up in front of the creek, and then get over for my next shot. So I'm trying to get on in 3 or 4. It's kind of my goal here.
Well, since you've dug into the serious hacker's guide to breaking 100, you understand that there's some smart things that you need to do in order to avoid trouble and avoid making a high score. And of course, the fact that you've got your hybrid,
I'm hitting 3 hybrid,
which is an easier club to hit with better control, the likelihood of you getting it in the fairway is a lot higher. So that's a great way to start.
I'm still not.
Is being smart right out of the box.
First of all, we haven't warmed up. Just kind of walked up cold. Not the best idea, but you know, hey, it is what it is today.
That's okay. And there's a tendency with the par 5. There's a tendency with the par 5 to try to hit it far. So you know, you get on the first tee. There's people looking around, so you start feeling, you know, like a man, and you want to rip it, and that'll oftentimes cause you to have a problem.
I'm gonna try to be relaxed. I'm going relaxed.
Hit a pure 3 hybrid, and we'll go see where that thing ends up.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so hole 1. This is shot 2. I'm about 205 from the flag, not going for the green, so I'm gonna lay up. So kind of walk me through this. I know there's a creek up there. What kind of...
Good decision. If you're gonna play safe, play safe. Don't try to get too close to the creek. Because if you hit it thin, you'll hit it in there.
And if I'm trying to break 100 or even 90, I can get on that green in 4.
Yeah, now here's what's neat, is that if you hit this to the 100-yard marker, you've got 100 yards left, and I know that your gap wedge is about a 100-yard club.
Yeah, it is.
So you basically have a chance to hit this club twice and get on the green.
Get on the green, okay.
And I know that because I'll use my laser rangefinder to shoot that red 100-yard stake.
Right.
And lo and behold, it's 98 yards.
Right.
So you can trust that you're going to hit a full
shot in.
A full shot in.
Okay.
And then it'll probably give you an opportunity to hit that shot again up on.
Okay, so I'm gonna go easy gap wedge. Then I don't have to worry about the water. There's no way I'm gonna reach it.
Right. Good call.
And then I'll be something easy coming in. Okay.
Yeah, just trust it. Wasn't your best shot, but look at, you're in play.
I'm in business.
You're right around 100 yards. Not bad at all, Bert.
All right, so I'm shot 3. I'm about 120 or so to the middle of the green. So I've kind of got thinking pitching wedge, but you wanted to kind of talk wind a little bit.
Well, what we always want to do is we want to evaluate the situation to pick the right shot.
Right.
So we look at a couple things. You have a perfect lie, which is great.
Nice and dry.
Condition-wise, it's nice out here. It's about 70, so you're going to get a normal distance ball flight because of temperature.
Right.
But if you look at if you can feel the wind blowing a little bit. If you look at the water surface, you can see that the wind is blowing a little bit quartering at you. So it's a little bit of what we might call a hurting wind. It's going to hurt your distance. So whereas we shot with the laser rangefinder 125 yards, it's going to play about 130.
Okay, so probably 9 iron then.
9 iron, just a regular stock 9 iron is a good shot.
Okay.
So once you make that decision, fill yourself up with what it's going to feel like.
Right.
Hit that shot, and if you have to say something to yourself, you can say something like this: "Man, is this going to feel good?" Make it a sensory experience. What a great swing! Be the right distance. Oh, you flushed it. Oh, great shot, Bert. So, Bert, you hit a great shot in here. Listen, you've got about I don't know, 20, 18 foot or something like that. Now here's what's interesting. We're a little, just to read this putt properly, you're in the back of the green, and the back of this green's a little higher, so it's going to be a little downhill, and you can see where it's a little shiny coming down here. The blades of the grass are actually growing in that direction because of the sun. In fact,
so I'm going with the grain.
You're going with the grain.
Okay.
So it's not going to be as fast it's going to be a little bit faster putt
Okay.
than if it was into the green. So this ball should roll pretty good.
Yeah.
And it looks like things are sloping off to the right. So it looks like it might break a little bit left to right. So this
Okay.
is all feel. So you have to fill yourself up with what it's going to feel like hit this putt. You can take a couple extra practice strokes.
Okay. So
And
you're
then-
thinking maybe outside of the hole or further over as far as my aiming point?
If I'm having hit this putt, I'm aiming probably, my aim point is probably about 6 inches left of the hole.
6 inches left. Okay.
Hopefully that's a good
All right. And I'm we're in the fringe, but I'm close enough to where I think I'd rather putt here. I mean, than trying to hit a wedge or a chip shot or anything like that.
Yeah,
so.
your odds are a lot higher of getting that ball.
Yeah, I'm
rolling.
odds of me getting close with the putter from here are a lot higher than everything else.
That's for sure.
So, all right, let's do it.
All right.
We are on second hole. It's a par 4, 294 yards.
Now, typically what might happen psychologically, because you hit it perfect off the tee
Right.
on number 1 and you almost made birdie, so you get confident and you think, well, I'm going to go ahead and rip driver here.
Yeah. Don't get cocky.
But you know, pride comes before the fall.
Yes.
They say,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. No.
Because now you got a little wind at you, and you got the creek on the left side,
Right.
and then the waste bunker on the right.
Okay.
And once again, you're still looking at a 3-shot hole in general
Yes.
for you to shoot your target score.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you take your three hybrid out. Now you always have an aim point. You have your target line. If you look at that the longleaf pine out there, the tall pine, that's going to be your line.
Okay.
So you're going to line up there. Make sure you take some good practice swings. And once again,
Relax.
when it's time to hit your shot and make your swing, it's got to be feel oriented.
Right.
So you can't be thinking about where the ball's going to go or what your line's on.
Right.
You've got to line up almost casually, but then get yourself fired up about what it's going to feel like to hit that 3 hybrid first one. Now here's a real important thing to consider.
Okay.
Okay, when you make a shot like that and you know you made a mistake, go ahead and quickly make the swing you wish you would have made. That way you're always making a correction with the flaw. It looked like you kind of stood up on that one and came out of the hit there.
Yep.
Go ahead and make another swing, make your best swing.
Okay.
So when you walk away from here, you've made the correction and you're focusing on the shot you're going to make next instead of being upset for the fact that you hit a bad shot.
Right. Put it out of my mind. Okay.
Okay.
Effort, but I'm okay. I mean, I'm 130 something yards out. I'm in some green stuff.
We'll call that a good miss.
Good. I'll take the miss. Yeah. It's,
Well, let's shoot it with the laser
Let's see what we got.
rangefinder. 140, and the
140.
wind's, it's going to hurt us a little bit. That wind's blowing at us, that fan's blowing at us.
okay.
So you probably want to, is it a full club wind? Maybe that's probably going to play about 146, 147 or so.
That's probably a 7-iron.
Yeah, you know, you could probably trust hitting a full 7-iron.
Yeah.
Because that way you'll hit it far enough. If you do hit it right, you'll carry the trouble. So a 7-iron looks like a great shot.
Okay. Well, let me grab that. Let's do it.
Solid shot. Did you hit enough to carry the bunker? Oh yeah.
Yep, got it over.
You know what, Burton? That's exactly why we chose extra club. To where if you did hit it right, you would carry that bunker, and you did. You're on.
Yeah,
the
if I
green.
didn't get the 8 perfect, I'm in trouble.
Good shot. This is a classic lag putt here. What are you seeing here?
Well, it's kind of dipping nasty at the end.
Although there's a benefit to being past the hole, then you have a little uphill putt,
uphill.
which is easier than having this downhill putt. This is downhill, so it should roll pretty good. And this green slopes a little bit right to left, so it should break a little right to left.
Okay.
So I would just aim maybe like a foot shoe size to the right.
Like
And
width-wise? Or
Yeah, the length of your shoe, you know,
Length of
but
your
maybe
shoe, okay.
about 10 inches or so.
10 inches to the right? Okay.
Or so, or maybe even more. and then just try to imagine how far it is to hit one of your best lag putts.
Okay.
I know you've been practicing those lag putts.
I have been.
So you
No
can
pressure.
anticipate what that should feel like. You want to line up, you can casually kind of line up, but focus more on the feel of the putt than the line of the putt.
Okay.
So fill yourself up with what it's going to feel like. Take a few extra practice strokes because it's a tough putt, and have at it. All right. Settle. But you know, you were successful from the standpoint of not leaving it above the hole. I think you can make that even though it snuck off the green. I think you got
I got a shot at
a
it.
shot at it.
I mean, often on this hole I'm in the water, so you know this is the improvement.